I just had a vision of somebody being moved and escorted to the front of the line. You were in the back of the line, patiently and humbly waiting for your turn and for your name to be called. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you were being escorted to the front because you are a very important person. And as you're walking to the front, as you're being escorted to the front, there are people looking. Who is that? Who is he? Who is she? Watching in amazement. Then you have some people turning their nose up, saying that's not fair. Why do they get to go? Because God handpicked you. He handpicked you. He saw how some of the people ahead of you were acting up. They weren't being righteous. They weren't being good. They weren't being kind-hearted. They were being very mean-spirited, and they felt entitled to their place in line while you were in the back humbly waiting on your place. You were waiting on your turn. So God gets to make this decision where he moves you to the front, and he doesn't need anybody's permission. He doesn't need to check in with anybody. He doesn't need to give anybody notice. He's moving you to the front because people need to hear you. People need to see you. And he has you surrounded. You're not being escorted by one person. You are surrounded and you are completely divinely protected on your way to the front of this line. And he dares somebody to step out of line. He dares somebody to say something and question him and his decision that he made. It's not up for debate. It's time for you to move to the front. Even if you're not ready to move to the front, it's time for you to take your place at the front where you belonged. You followed long enough. You were a student long enough. It's time for you to lead. It's time for you to teach. And he does not care about you not being ready. Nobody is expecting this. You're not expecting it. They're not expecting it. And he wants you to pack light because that old stuff you're not going to need. You're not going to need that old stuff because you're moving to a season where everything is new. And you don't really have any time to prepare because you've been prepared enough. You've worked hard enough. Everything that you have went through, all the tools that you have been given on this journey, all the tears that you have cried, everything that you have just gone through was not for nothing. It was not in vain. That is going to be what is going to help you secure your spot because you're stronger now. You're wiser now. Your spot is secure. He has already prepared that place for you. And he's escorting you to the front of the line, whether you like it, whether they like it, whether anybody has anything to say. Because he did not need to check in with anybody. There was no warning. He's just going to do it because that's what he does. If he would have told you, you would have got in his way. If he would have told them, they would have got in his way. He don't need anybody getting in his way right now. He's moving you and putting you in position exactly where you were meant to be. So I hope you're ready.